All right, hi, good evening, everybody. It's Rainbow Runner. Welcome back to another episode of Railfanning. Tonight is still January 9th of 2026. Now we're here at Elliot Road. I think it's just after 10:30. Sorry about the blur there. And we have an inbound train on its way right now. Arizona Railfanner is up at Gilbert Road filming, well, about to film. Zooming in down the tracks, yeah, you can see the headlights, and it looks like the crossing gates have just activated at Lindsay Road. And the gates are going down, and we're going to move back. So yeah, like, so 2 episodes filmed in one night. Pretty cool, huh? All right, let's see. That light up there is out, unfortunately. And Austin, aka Arizona Railfanning, he might be able to provide me the locomotive numbers, but I'll try my best to call him out, but I don't guarantee anything. And I just noticed that the cross buck on this side is actually like the wording is actually chipped and faded and all that stuff. This cross buck should definitely be due for a replacement. Pretty cold. Here it comes. H179 7496. "7063 is the locomotive marking the end of this train. All right, and the gates are rising, and notice the far gate on the north side of Elliot. Yeah, it took a little bit longer to raise compared to the other gates, so that's why the gates, the lights were still flashing for an extra second before officially deactivating. Speaking of which, zooming in, we get to see the glimpse of the gates at Gilbert Road. All right. Yeah, very interesting night to say the least. Actually, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there's a parking structure up there. I was actually just there. And now keep in mind, they've become a lot more strict, like where you're not supposed to just be hanging out like at the garage. Like you're really only supposed to be coming to and from your vehicle. And obviously, I do my best, obey those rules. And but what was interesting is I was actually parked like on the very top, and there was it was basically a corner and stuff. Well, I was at the end of a corner, and then in the perpendicular corner at the end, there was a truck that had its front bumper sticking out, so it was actually obstructing my spot a little bit. I tried my best, but unfortunately, I actually scraped the front of the bumper and such. Now there were actually cops up there, and they, per their suggestion, I did leave information about that stuff. Yeah, so very interesting. So yeah, I apologize. I mean, that I wouldn't say that would be entirely my fault. I mean, I did my best to try to get out without a scratch, but I mean, that's just kind of difficult to do when you're in a situation like that where a truck just happens to be obstructing your spot, or anything like that. I guess for context, I guess I'll show you. Yeah, my truck's actually right here. So sorry it's dark, but yeah, for context, you see, yeah, there's a space right here. Yeah, it's too dark, but I don't have a light. I'm sorry, but yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's just say I was parked right here, this parking space. Yeah, so yeah, it was the truck right there had its front bumper kind of sticking out, and though I was trying to kind of wiggle back and forth with, yeah, unfortunately, even despite my best efforts and some guidance, I still wound up, scratching the front of that other truck's bumper trying to get out. But hopefully it's nothing too severe, and and even if he does call, contact me and stuff, everything will be fine. Well, I hope you enjoyed this interesting story. Very interesting night. Pretty cold as well. But I hope you're all being safe out there. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Railfanning as well. And Rainbow Runner's going to be heading out. Bye.